Hello learners, today we learn about nervous system. What is nervous systems, types of nervous system. In this section we learn about that. So first of all, nervous system is a highly complex part of body that coordinates its action and sensory information by transmitting signal to form different parts of its body. Nervous system is a highly complex part of body that coordinates its action and sensory information by transmitting the signals to form different parts of body. Second, nervous system is a major controlling, regulatory and communicating system in the body. Nervous system is a major controlling and regulatory and communicating system in the body. Third one, it is the center of all mental activity including thought, learning and memory. Also together with endocrine system and nervous system is responsible for regulating and maintaining homeostasis. Homeostasis means maintaining internal environment. So nervous system is a highly complex part of body that coordinates its action and sensory information by transmitting signal to form a different parts of body. The nervous system is a major controlling, regulatory, communicating system in the body. Also, nervous system is all mental activity including thoughts, learning and memory. Also functions of nervous system together with the endocrine system, the nervous system is responsible for regulating and maintaining homeostasis. Next one, types of nervous system. Nervous system have two types, that is central nervous systems and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous systems, brain, it includes brains and spinal cord. Brain function, that is brain have to receive and process sensory information, initiate responses, store memories, generate thoughts and emotions. Nervous system have two subtypes, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system include brain and spinal cord. Brain function, that is receive and processes sensory information, initiate responses, store memories and generate thoughts and emotions. Spinal cord, it control reflex activity, conduct signal to from brain. Second one, peripheral nervous system, it include cranial and spinal nerves. It include motor neurons and sensory neurons. Motor neurons, CNS to muscle, gland, efferent, and sensory neurons, sensory organs to CNS afferent. Motor neurons, CNS to muscle and gland efferent include somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system control voluntary movement. Somatic nervous system control voluntary movements and autonomic nervous system control involuntary movement like cardiac and smooth muscle and various glands. Also control involuntary movement like sympathetic division and parasympathetic division. Sympathetic division in that fight or flight and parasympathetic division rest or digest. So this is the nervous system. Nervous system have two types, central nervous systems and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system include brain and spinal cord. Brain have to receive and process sensory information, initiate responses, towards memories, generate thoughts and emotions. Spinal cord control reflex activity, conduct signal to from brain. Peripheral nervous system, cranial and spinal nerve. They have motor neurons and sensory neurons. Motor neurons, CNS to muscle and gland efferent, and sensory neurons, sensory organs to CNS afferent. Somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system control voluntary movement, skeletal muscle, and autonomic nervous system control involuntary movements, cardiac and smooth muscle glands. Involuntary movements in the sympathetic division, flight or fight, and parasympathetic division, rest or digest. Organization of nervous system. Nervous system classified based on anatomical structure and physiological functions. Two main division, that is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system. Central nervous system include brain and spinal cord. Brain and spinal cord function, that is brain and spinal cord receive information, integration command center, interpret incoming sensory information, issue outgoing instructions, coordinate all neuronal functions. Brain and spinal cord receive information, then integration and give command, also interpret incoming sensory information, issue outgoing instructions, and coordinate all neuronal functions. Peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system include all of the nerves that out of from the brain and spinal cord and extend to other parts of the body including muscle and organ. Peripheral nervous system include all of the nerves out of from the brain and spinal cord and extend to the other parts of the body including muscle and organs. Cranial nerves carry information to the sense organs and pineal nerves from organs to spinal cord. Spinal nerves carry impulses from spinal cord. Subdivision of efferent pathways. Somatic nervous system, it controls voluntary movement, conscious control over skeletal muscle. Autonomic nervous system, involuntary movement, controls smooth and cardiac muscle and glands. Subdivision, that is sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic, fight or flight, and parasympathetic, resting and digesting. Function, that is those supply information required to the movement of muscle. Communication lines between sensory organs, the brain and spinal cord, glands or muscle. Autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system is a peripheral complex of nerves, plexus, ganglia that are organized to modulate involuntary activity of secretory glands, smooth muscle, and visceral organs. Autonomic nervous system also have been termed the visceral and involuntary vegetative nervous system. In periphery, autonomic nervous system, ganglia, plexus, innervations to the heart, blood vessels, secretory glands, visceral organs, smooth muscle, inferior tissue. Autonomic nervous system, involuntary part of nervous system, control the functions of effector organs, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, glands of the body, carried out automatically, initiated in the brain below the level of cerebrum. The efferent motor nerves, autonomic nervous system, arises from nerve cell in the brain, emerge at various levels between midbrains and sacral region of spinal cord. Efferent nerve tract out of low supply motor innervation to the visceral structure. An efferent segment of ANS divided into two segments, that is sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. So next we learn about parasympathomimetics. Parasympathomimetics is nothing but is a compound or drugs increase the activity of parasympathetic nervous system is called parasympathomimetics. Or simply, the drug or compound which mimic the action of parasympathetic nervous system is called parasympathomimetics, or it also called as cholinergic or parasympathomimetics agent. Next, parasympathetic drugs, sometimes called as cholinomimetic drugs, is a substance that stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system. These are the drugs which produce action similar to that of acetylcholine. They are also known as cholinomimetics or cholinergic drugs. Example of parasympathomimetic, that is acetylcholine, methacholine, etc. So parasympathomimetics, these are the drugs or compound which produce actions similar to that of acetylcholine, means stimulate parasympathetic nervous system, is called parasympathomimetic. It performs maintenance activities, conserve body energy. Acetylcholine is a both pre and post ganglionic neurotransmitters released at the cholinergic synapses and neuroeffector junctions, mediates the pharmacological action through a cholinergic receptor. Parasympathomimetics or cholinergic drugs are the agent which mimic the effect of acetylcholine. Parasympatholytics and anticholinergic drugs are antagonize the effect of parasympathetic stimulation. We learn about cholinergic drugs or cholinomimetics or parasympathomimetics. Cholinergic agonist and anticholinesterase. Cholinergic agonist, example, that is choline ester and alkaloids. Choline ester in that acetylcholine, methacholine, carbachol, bethacol, alkaloid, muscarine, pilocarpine, arcacholine. Anticholinesterase reversible in that carbamate and acridine. Carbamate is in that physostigmine, neostigmine, pyridostigmine, indorphium, rivastigmine, galantamine, and acridine, tacrine, and irreversible in that two categories, organophosphate and carbamates. These are the drugs, cholinergic drugs or cholinomimetic drugs or parasympathomimetics drugs, cholinergic agonist and anticholinergic states. Pilocarpine is used in the treatment of glaucoma. Glaucoma is a in that happens that is intraocular tension is increases, so that's time pilocarpine will decrease the intraocular tension. Acetylcholine receptors, these are the number of different acetylcholine receptors throughout the body. Acetylcholine act two different classes of receptor, muscarinic receptor and nicotinic receptor. It is widely distributed within both peripheral and central nervous system. Muscarinic receptor, in that five categories, five muscarinic receptors have been identified, helpfully labeled M1 to M5. Only three are well characterized. M1 receptors are mainly found in the nervous system. They mediate excitatory effect, lowering the transmembrane potential by decreasing the potassium ion conductance. They mediate increase the gastric acid secretion seen with vagal stimulation. M1 receptor work via phospholipase C and increase IP3 and TAG level. M2 receptor are mediate cardiac effect of vagal stimulation. They are inhibitory hyperpolarizing membrane by increasing potassium conductance. Means M2 located or present in heart. M2 receptor are found presynaptically in variety of situations. This feeds of cardiac cells and smooth muscle. M2 receptor lower intracellular cyclic AMP level. M3 receptor are responsible for all the other effects of parasympathetic stimulation, as they are cholinergic excitatory receptor found on glands, smooth muscle. M3 receptor are similar to M1 in their use of phospholipase C. Nicotinic receptors are selectively activated by nicotine and blocked by tuberculin or hexamethonium, dituberculin or hexamethonium. These are rosette-like pentameric structure which includes a ligand-gated cation channel. Their activation causes opening of channel and rapid flow of cations, resulting in depolarization and generating of action potential on the basis of location and selectivity. They are divided into two categories, that is NAM and NAN. NAM, these are present in skeletal muscle, end plate and mediate skeletal muscle contractions. They are selectively stimulated by phenyl ammonium and are blocked by dituberculin. NAN, these are present in ganglionic cells, adrenal medullary cells, in spinal cord and in certain areas of brain. They are primarily stimulated by dimethylphenylpiperazine and blocked by hexamethonium. Parasympatholytics and parasympathomimetics, this is the opposite term. Parasympathomimetics means these are the drugs which increase the activity of parasympathetic nervous system, and parasympatholytics, these are the drugs or substance or compounds which block or reduce the activity of parasympathetic nervous system. So today we learn about what is nervous system, then types of nervous system, what is parasympathomimetics, what is cholinergic drugs or parasympathomimetic drugs or nervous system, then types of nervous system, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system include brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system include motor neurons, sensory neurons. Then organization of nervous system, anatomical structure and physiological functions, division, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. These will be learned in today's lecture. Central nervous system, it include brain and spinal cord functions. Parasympathomimetics are the compound that mimic the actions of acetylcholine at parasympathetic system, or simply parasympathomimetics. These are the drug or compound which stimulate or which increase the activity of parasympathetic nervous system is called parasympathomimetics. This all about today's sections. Thank you.